Lyle Hillyard is a former Utah senator and grew up in Cache Valley, where he went to what was then called North Cache High School. He attended Utah State University and then University of Utah College of Law. Senator Hillyard, having grown up around Extension and 4-H, is there an Extension program that stands out to you?
I'm a great fan of your Saturday morning KSL program. It's called the Greenhouse or the Garden House. I can't remember what it's called now, but I listen to it all the time, and I get a lot of favorable comments by people across the state and the legislature as well that follow the program and appreciate the great job those people do.
You were a sponsor for the 4-H initiative, which has a huge impact on our youth programs. Can you tell us about your involvement with that program?
A number of years ago, when we had some budget shortfalls, our staff were charged with the position of looking through all the budgets and find programs to cut. And when they looked at higher education, one of the things they put on the table was cutting extension. And USU called me and said, "Oh, what can we do about that?" And I said, simple, just contact your people and let them know, let their legislators know how important extension is to them in their lives. And we were absolutely swamped. I'll never forget walking to the Senate chamber one day, and a senator from West Valley came up, and I'm going to quote him now. He said, "I didn't know there was so damn many horses in my district." He said, "My phone is ringing off the hook with people, kids and adults who rely on extension." It was interesting when I presented that bill in the legislature. Every committee, every group I talked to, all of them said, "Wow, we love 4-H. It's impacted my life, my children's lives, my neighbors," and it was a very simple, easy thing to get funded. People in Utah, although we don't live on the farms like we did, have a great deep nostalgia feeling for gardens, for those things, the homemaking things that extension brings. So it's easy to get support for it, not only in Cache Valley and rural areas, but in Salt Lake as well.
You were also on the Utah Marriage Commission and were instrumental in helping USU get the contract to be the online provider for divorce education. In your experience, why is it important to have these kinds of resources?
I'm a lawyer by occupation. I've done a lot of domestic work, but I find oftentimes people have problems but don't want to talk about them. They don't want to go to a counselor. But when you put it online and have the type of programs that Utah State has in outreaching, you can access it in the comfort of your own home, and you can talk about it, which is not quite as challenging as making an appointment and going down to an office and visiting there. And again, we've got some great people at Utah State who do these programs and have the capacity to do it statewide. And I think that's the mission of Extension, and I think we do it very well.
You have played important roles in helping create multiple extension programs and other programs such as the USU School of Veterinary Medicine. How has the success of these programs impacted you?
You know, if the goal in life was to make money and to do that, then all we would have is vegetable gardens and no rose gardens. Rose gardens add to our life the beauty and that facility. I think Extension does that to people. It helps them not only learn how to raise crops or gardens or animals or make clothes and that, but it makes them feel better themselves and makes them more fulfilled. It's like having rose gardens in your house because it makes you feel better. And so every time we can do some extension like that, I'm glad to do it, and I'm glad to have the good friends I have at Utah State.
Because of Senator Hillyard's passion to help create better lives for the people of Utah, we are honored to present him with the 2021 Friend of Extension Award.